trying to be a parent, but I gotta run an errand. I promise when I'm back, I'ma feed my kid a carrot. Damn, this stuff is tough, man, I thought it was inherent. I'm trying to be a parent, I'm trying to be a parent. Sometimes you gotta drink, cause that shit can be kinda stressful. Sometimes you hit the blunt, cause that green will help you rest, yo. You know your ass be slacking when you gotta look up things on YouTube. Like, bro, how you wipe your baby boo-boo? Now welcome to the podcast, trying to parent and make moms laugh. Who you know got it like the King's family. Amanda and Shawn, it's the name G.
And Nina.
Now welcome to the podcast, trying to parent and make moms laugh. Who you know got it like the King's family. Amanda and Shawn, it's the name G.
Yo.
What is up? Welcome back again. Another one. Episode 45. Trying to Parent Podcast. Nina over here licking Amanda's salty ass knee.
My kneecap.
And it is Sunday, the 8th of October. It's October, y'all.
Dang. I feel like during the week I was like, damn, this week's going by real slow. And then today I'm like, holy shit, it's 8th.
It's over. Boom. October's done. About to be.
Yeah.
Well, we ended up finding out that we don't have much Halloween stuff that we brought with us.
That's my fault.
Disappointing.
I got rid of like everything.
All of our dollar store knickknacks and shenanigans. We do have our blow-up Grim Reaper still, and we have one set of multicolored Halloween lights.
Yes. Besides that,
That's it. That's everything we have.
Old me was like, nope, getting rid of it.
Which isn't a bad thing, but I don't think there's really dollar stores out here, so there might be.
Wasn't it called Waldo? Oh, we went into one and it was...
Yeah, not exactly a dollar, but I wonder what that looks like during the holidays, like Halloween, because they have stuff in the grocery stores and stuff that you can buy, but...
Yeah, actually, way more...
buy that cheap stuff.
Way more Halloween things out here than I was initially expecting.
I'll like not yawn the entire day, and then we start this, and then just start yawning. I don't know what it is. Anyways, damn it, I still haven't done the social media things yet. I'll play the drop for you guys real quick, but you know the deal. Well, actually.
Here's the deal, man.
Here's the deal, man.
Not blow your ears out. Let's get social. Social.
Wherever you guys are listening, please like, subscribe, follow, whatever you're able to do. And if you're listening on the Apple Podcast app, please rate us a hopefully nice rating. We would really appreciate it as we try and make this thing big time. You feel me? You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at trying2parent. And if you'd like to watch us on YouTube, we are there at trying space the number 2 space parent. So we are basically
big time
everywhere you can. We have all the options.
Yes. At some point in time, we'll have another guest on. It's just been busy with getting back from Japan and doing all this stuff. And now we're about to leave again. We'll talk about that. But let's talk about this past week. I'd say it was a solid week. Some good stuff in the business happened, which is always good. We were able to help some families and stuff, and things are definitely picking up a little bit. I think this is a good time of the year to buy insurance. It tends to be a little bit busier at this time of the year. But my parents asked how much weight I've gained. Sympathy baby weight. I'll let you know I have gained basically nothing. I don't think any pounds. My normal 5 pounds that I fluctuate on a regular basis.
Morning to evening.
What about you? How much weight have you gained?
Well, when we came back from Japan, I was 72 kilograms, which I started the pregnancy at like 66. So that was like, I don't know, 13, 14 pounds or something like that. Really? And then I stayed the same weight because we started going back to the gym. They have one of those old school scales there at the doctor's office. I stayed the same weight for like 12 days. and then we had pasta, and then I gained a whole kilogram, but I haven't been.
Just 2 pounds.
Yeah,
basically
2.2 pounds. I'm hoping that came off, but also I am more pregnant now, so really hard to say. I'll find out on Monday what I actually weigh when we go back to the gym, because Thursday was the last day I went to the gym.
Yeah, she went to the gym on Thursday, and her legs are still killing her, which I totally understand because I got back and I did legs. And boy, you can just do like a little bit of legs from not doing legs for a week, and you're like, oh, I guess I've never done legs before.
It was, and exactly, because it was funny because, like, I don't know, I was doing like body weight squats, and then I got like a stupid standalone barbell. It was only 20 pounds, and I was doing my 4th set, and I went down. And then my quads just like, it was like a fire just went all over. And I was like, okay, I'm done doing this. And
Brian started the fire.
Dude, it was crazy. This is like really tensed up. And then they're like, okay, we're done.
How about we stop
out.
now, homie?
We're maxed out. I'm like, this is my first weight exercise. What do you mean? And then so
We're maxed out. That's what pretty sure I just said it.
So I just started doing hamstring stuff after that. And then they were so sore like 4 hours later. And I was like, I'm fucked. And they only got worse from there.
Just got a super sweet text message. Hello, this is Aunt Leah. Is this Aunt Leah? I heard from my friend Anna that your store sells pineapple cakes from our Treasure Island. So I wanted to buy some for my uncle. He hadn't eaten it there in 3 years and missed the taste. If you have time, sell some to me. Thanks.
You've been getting some text messages.
Somebody's going to be disappointed. I got a text message like later last night that was like, good afternoon. It was from a New York number. So it was later than it was here.
It was
already late here.
There.
And then they said at the end, have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. They opened it with good afternoon. And then ended it with, have a good evening, when it was 10 o'clock at night there. So I've been getting some weird text messages.
I got a weird text message last week that was like, I've heard a lot about you.
Have you? I think people just want you to like text them back. Like
I don't understand. Like,
this is a new thing of like trying to scam people or
just to see,
check to see if it's a real number or something. But this was pretty elaborate. Either this person's real.
I think that one's real.
I ain't got no cake for you, ma'am. No. Pineapple cake, though. That sounds pretty good.
No, it doesn't.
Pineapple upside down cake is fantastic.
I don't even know if I've had that.
It's because you suck. I like sweets. I like baked goods. Yeah. Have you had pineapple upside down cake?
I like chocolate.
I used to make pineapple upside down cake
things.
shots. Anyways, let's continue on. We went and had another wing night session.
We did.
I'm actually looking forward to going back to this wing place. Not that the other wing place wasn't good. I thought it was good. But I just like these wings better. Mm-hmm. They were crispier. They had a really good teriyaki, which I really liked. Their buffalo was solid.
Mm-hmm. Their Parmesan garlic was actually good too, and I'm normally not a fan of that.
Yeah, the Parmesan garlic at the other place was actually Alfredo sauce.
It was. I swear to God, it was Alfredo sauce. And it
was
was
100% was Alfredo sauce. It's just like they just poured it out of the can and then maybe put some garlic and Parmesan in there or something like that. But it was weird. It tasted just like Alfredo sauce. So
it wasn't bad. It was just
not hating, just not what we were looking for. But yeah, this wings place was tasty. Fairly affordable. How many wings did we get? It was like
18 wings for $15.
Yeah, so I guess close to a wing a buck, which isn't great. But I will tell you this: instead of giving you celery and carrots, they gave you cucumber and carrots.
Yeah,
I fuck with that. Even though they did shave the skin off the outside of the cucumber, so they made it look like pieces of celery.
And then you picked it up and it was soft. And you're like, oh.
I knew because I know celery when I see it.
Yeah, you hate
I knew
celery.
it wasn't celery.
It was good.
So Tasty Wing Spot, definitely going to have to go and check that place back out. We also got a new baby book. Damn, I wish I had it with us.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what it was called?
Except for elephants or not an elephant or...
Yeah, something about elephants.
Except, not being an elephant.
I don't think that was it.
No, I'm saying it was something about not being.
Oh. Anyways, yeah.
Our friend got it for us.
A friend that we've been going to Wings with.
Yeah.
So, again, very excited. More baby books. Reading. Gotta love reading. Kids gonna love reading, that's for sure.
Yes.
Let's see here. What else? Oh, we went to the beach today. Which
did.
Haven't done in quite some time. And we went to a beach that was essentially right across the street from us, but it was at a resort. And interestingly enough, you don't need like bracelets or anything there.
They have an all-inclusive option, but my friend has a timeshare there, so he just added us as a guest on his room. So they gave us a room key.
Yeah, I feel like we could have just, I think we could have maybe kept that room key and just went back over there at some point and been like, yeah, right here. Got it. Like, there was no wristbands, no anything. So.
That's true.
A little strange, but, you know, the beach was nice over there. It was okay. I like our beaches better. The two options that we have, either the one that's close to us. That one had some rocks out there you had to be careful with. And, you know, me with my baby soft feet, not trying to walk on anything sharp at all.
Yeah, they had like a bunch of roots coming out of the sand that I couldn't see. So it was like kind of rough. It was pretty rough on your feet.
A little rough.
It wasn't always clear over there.
Yeah, not as clear in those areas, but you trying to look for a spot to go under the bed? Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, Nina.
No spots. Anyways, so that was, I apologize.
She's like, no, I'm just going to walk around.
So that was nice, but had a couple drinks that I brought, beer essentially, and had a headache for a while now today. But we did have some tasty tacos up in their place, up in this room. That is mom made.
Chicken tinga tacos.
Chicken tinga.
And homemade peanut butter cookies. And let me tell you,
I
could have smashed 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
They were good.
If Amanda had.
I'm going to put this in your mouth and you're going to have to suck it dry. You're going to just suck it dry, Mark.
Well, that was actually, that was the, yeah. So what Amanda was telling the lady's mom, or her friend Jason, was,
give it to me. Come on, Mark. Don't be stingy.
Give me those fucking
don't
cookies,
be stingy.
Jason.
Give me those cookies. Give me those cookies.
The baby wants the cookies.
They were pretty tasty, I'll tell you that. Yeah, so this is actually like the first time we've gone swimming since you've been like at least somewhat pregnant. Because there was no water in Japan that we went like into.
Yeah, and then we've been working a lot to kind of bank up like while we still can. Because obviously
we have a baby coming.
Because we have a baby coming. And time is going by really fast. Mm-hmm. And then with the move and everything like that, and Shawn getting tattoos, we haven't been really in water in a while. The baby shower, we went swimming. Or not the baby shower, the gender reveal. We did go in the pool. At our old place. But
that was at the old place, yeah. The gender reveal, I remember when we did that.
That was when I was 16 weeks, and I am now 27.
27 weeks, so 11 weeks ago we went into the pool.
Wow.
Whew, man, we haven't been in water that long. Tell you guys, you know, it's because we're pregnant and we're busting butts right now to make some stuff happen. And with that being said, my internet has been giving me some issues lately.
Yeah.
And, was it frustrating. Luckily, Amanda suggested, hey, why don't you just come plug your thing in over in my room, because her internet hasn't been giving her problems.
I don't have any problems, so it's user...
There's no way it's user error.
It's hardware error on your...
Definitely hardware. So I plugged it in her place. It worked just fine. She plugged hers in my office, and hers worked just fine. And then I came back and plugged mine in my office, and it worked just fine. But it took me 2 hours to figure out before that we should try and plug it in her office. So frustrating to say the least, but we made it happen.
I think I'm still going to try and buy that mesh thing. I can always take it back. But we have 3 routers essentially in our house and hopping from one to the other, and mine's constantly connecting to the one in my office because that's my primary one, even though I'm downstairs, and then it goes slow, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of second world problems over here. We gotta hand wash our dishes. We don't have a
Air
microwave.
dry our clothes
Gotta
for the
air
most
dry our
part.
clothes. It's hard in these streets, folks. Let me tell you. Internet doesn't fucking work very well.
Makes you appreciate the little things.
So you make your kids grow up here, and then we go back to the U.S. at whatever point. If we do, they're 12, 13, 14, 15, who knows, whatever. But they spend a little time here in some other countries, and they're like, dishwasher, what the fuck is that?
Because people in Europe don't really have dishwashers that often, do they?
Nope. And they
don't have
dry
dryers.
their clothes.
Yeah.
They probably also don't have tons of ovens there. I mean, we've been to quite a few places there, and maybe have those like small little ovens or something like that. But yeah, the U.S., they're just like, fuck, you can get anything here. Anything.
The luxuries.
Speaking of luxuries, Amanda and I will be going and meeting another one of her potential doulas on Tuesday before we leave for our trip.
Yes.
So this is the one that the doctor recommended, and not the one from the place that we were looking at before, where we were potentially going to try and give birth there.
Right.
So
Her communication is a little spotty, but
that's promising.
yeah. That's probably, I mean, if I like don't hear from her and then I message her, then she responds right away. But as far as like certain things, I got to follow up with her a couple times. And so that's annoying, but we'll see how she is in person. Maybe there's just a lot of babies being born and she's attending a lot of births. That's what she said initially happened. But we're meeting her at a hospital that I have in my head I want to deliver there, but we're going to go there for sure and check it out. They have a water birth room and other laboring tools hanging from the ceiling and the walls and things like that. So.
Those are sex things.
Sex swings.
Amanda also had like started reaching out and talking to some other people in the Facebook group about the experience they had with our specific doctor and all of that stuff. And
yeah, because gosh, when I was like 16 weeks or something like that, I posted something on the Playa del Carmen mom group and something about like, hey, this is my doctor. Does anyone have a doula there? Recommend or whatever. And then a lot of women were commenting on it like, hey, I've had that doctor for years. Like he's delivered one of my babies. We're currently pregnant. He's delivering the other one. You're in good hands. And then some people are like, yeah, you know, I had a really good C-section with him. Like, you're in good hands. But like, I noticed a couple people saying a C-section and it started to kind of like worry me a little bit. And so I started messaging the women and just saying like, hey, what was the reason for the C-section? Like, was the baby actually in danger? Do you feel like he pushed it on you? Was it your decision to have it? Kind of like, if you are okay sharing with me. And everyone was, well then like, some people were like, no, I had a vaginal birth and it was beautiful. Other people were like, I chose a C-section and he offered to wait, but I didn't want to wait anymore. So that's promising. And then another one was like, we had to do a C-section because I lost a lot of amniotic fluid and, you know, this XYZ happened. Okay, so that was medically necessary to have one. But everyone was like, nope, he's really good about like respecting natural approaches if that's what you want to do. And this is, someone's mentioned like, even if my wishes were more, quote, natural than his medical background, he would just say like, in my professional opinion, this is why I recommend this, but it's still ultimately your decision. And he would respect your decision and not like make you feel bad about if he didn't agree with what your decision was. So that's something like really important that I thought was a nice thing to hear.
Put some respect on my name.
Yeah. So everyone's like,
very important.
He's been around for a while. Like, he's a really good doctor. You're in good hands.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, that's been the biggest concern is just make sure everything is what you want it to be.
And I know Mexico has a really high C-section rate, so I don't want to be pushed into that, even if I'm at like 41 weeks. So one of the girls said that he let her go to 42 weeks, and then they had a C-section at that point because the baby still wasn't moving down at all. So
your friend Jason, his cousin, just had her baby yesterday, and they had to do a C-section because one, it was a month early, two, it was a big baby, diabetes baby, and
the baby was a month early and was still over 9 pounds.
like 9.5 pounds, like 22 inches. Again, I don't know exactly how big or long babies are supposed to be, but that sounds like a pretty good sized baby for a month early. That baby would have been 3 feet when you took it out.
Most babies, I think, are 19 to 22 inches full term, and then between 6 and 8.5 pounds is like 7 to 8.5 pounds is like average for full term. And that baby was not full term, and it was a mom average. But he said their parents were like 7 feet. Like the mom was over 6 feet, the dad was over 7 feet. Like that baby got some big jeans.
Big people.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We want to avoid the C-section at all costs. Nobody wants to have their guts cut into. So that's the hope, and it sounds like this doctor is totally for that and can do the C-section, of course, but kind of has that as a backup unless that's somebody's first option. So let's talk about week 27 because it is a very important week in the trimester. And week 27 is the end of the second trimester. Getting through the second trimester is an exciting time.
It's all downhill.
You're 2/3 of the way into this journey together. Considering all the baby stats, this hasn't been the easiest trimester for your mom.
I would disagree.
I mean, yeah, so it's been pretty solid. Your baby is definitely displaying distinct baby qualities, including an insane sense of taste. Okay, thanks, because I wouldn't have known that. It can differentiate between the taste of amniotic fluid and other things that mom is eating. I would imagine so. In fact, your baby has more taste buds now than it will have at birth and beyond.
Wow.
Oh. You're like, baby, is this good? Tell me.
He likes peanut butter cookies.
Yeah, rate this with sweets, really anything. Many moms notice distinct reactions from baby when eating specific foods, peanut butter cookies. My wife has a love for spicy foods, and there's little or no chance that I'm standing in between her and that jar of sliced jalapenos in our refrigerator. Do you feel like you've gotten less into spiciness since you've been pregnant?
Because I normally fairly like spicy, and I feel like my tolerance for spicy has gone down.
You're like, oh my God, that's so hot. What is that? I'm like, it's ketchup.
What was I eating? Ketchup. God. I was eating, was it dinner last night? Or, no, I think it was, God. Something gave me the hiccups yesterday or the day before, and I don't know what it is. And I remember when I got the hiccups, I was like, "Fucking really? This gave me the hiccups? Like this isn't even spicy."
Wait, was it?
It was the Cholula.
Oh yeah, that was last night then I think. Has
like,
Baby King? Didn't Baby King just recently have the hiccups?
Yes, but he only gets them for like a couple at a time. It's like not even a minute. 30 seconds.
Anyways.
He likes swimming. He was kicking me a lot in the pool.
Yes. He's like, look at me in here. I'm swimming. Let's see. In her first 3 pregnancies, she experienced several restless nights of the baby kicking and experiencing the hiccups, trying to shake the aftertaste of her 10,000 Scoville dinner, meaning she just ate something really, really hot. So I guess baby didn't like that. There might be a few other things that pop up or out around this time, including your belly button. If your partner had, seems like you got a good bit of distance to still give there as far as like.
I had a super innie.
Yeah, so if you got like something that's close to becoming an outie,
It's getting there, but I still got a little space.
He says, if your partner had a piercing, it's no problem to keep it in unless it begins to poke through shirts that she's wearing and tend to get caught on her wardrobe. If that's the case, simply take out the jewelry and reinsert it every few days to make sure the hole doesn't close. Nice. Of course. Look into belly button covers that are used to keep that bad boy at bay. What? Belly button cover? Like a toilet seat cover? Like a outlet cover? You're just like, nope, stay in there. And if it's the stretching, and if the stretching has gotten to the point where she's complaining about a constantly itchy tummy, ditch the lotion and go for something thicker like coconut oil. This is what my wife uses. I also give it a spin on my own stomach and other parts after Thanksgiving dinner. Or like any kind of shit. He doesn't say that. He doesn't say that. I threw that in there. Any of these should calm the itch down and make it go away right away. Have you been itchy belly?
My belly was itchy in Japan. But now that I'm back to using the Palmer's massage,
that's
lotion,
right.
I haven't been itchy.
And are you is that just the lotion you're using? You're not using the what looks like fat paste anymore?
The Bag Balm?
Yeah, the Bag Balm.
No, the Bag Balm was a little too oily and thick. But I put that on my nipples every once in a while when they get itchy. But my Palmer's seems to be doing the job.
Alrighty, so some mom stats here. She's has to take frequent trips to the bathroom due to the pressure. You've definitely been getting way more full, way more frequently.
Yes.
You're like, I'm gonna die.
I can't eat as much as one time.
I'm so full. Which
I'm
makes
actually
sense.
not even ever really hungry.
Which is concerning because you're supposed to be getting like a good amount of protein.
I'm supposed to be eating more.
But I imagine your tummy has very little space in it because there's not much space in the belly, period.
Yeah.
Her clumsiness and brain fog continue.
I'm pretty unmotivated, I'll just say that.
And her physical discomfort from leg cramps, back pain, and other issues causes irritability.
I have been having leg cramps when I lay down.
Ugh.
Like when I'm sleeping.
Oh, God, like I was
But it's
doing.
not a Charlie horse.
Ugh.
They're just like, it just tightens up and then like that, and then it goes away. But it's not anything crazy, luckily. But I remember thinking like, oh, like I wonder if it woke me up or something.
Don't wake me up. Yeah, and you can't take anything for that, so you just gotta make sure you're doing stretching and stuff and drinking lots of fluids.
Lots of water.
And then baby stats, and we'll move on here. Your baby is starting to do very baby-like things that include opening and closing its eyes now that they're not fused together, napping, sucking on its fingers, getting the hiccups, tugging on its ears, and beginning to recognize voices.
Oh, we put your hand on my stomach, and at that one night, we were talking to him, and you were talking to him, and he was responding.
Yep.
But he wasn't doing it last night or this morning.
He wasn't having it last night or this morning, but definitely was. He could always tell when it's my hand because it's 3,000 degrees
hotter.
warmer. It's like, oh my God, what are you guys doing? You're bubbling the water in here. So, yeah, week 27, folks. Let's start the beginning of the third trimester here
Beginning
soon.
of the end.
It's the beginning of the end of the beginning.
I will say I am still sleeping through the night, and I feel very lucky and fortunate and happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've only been pregnant once, and I haven't been around other pregnant people through their entire pregnancies, but it seems to be a pretty smooth trip so far.
Yeah, I just noticed on
all things compared.
the Facebook group, they're like, I get up 5 times a night to pee. I'm like, why are you drinking so much water before bed?
Yeah. So
drink it all during the day so that way you don't have to pee at night.
Having some pretty good luck over here. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure we got little man's name figured out. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave that up to Amanda to share with you if that's something that she wants to do. Or we can wait.
let's do a third trimester rollout.
Alrighty, we will wait on that. He's still up in there kicking like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, like 99% positive, Nina still doesn't know what's going on.
She's still a daddy's girl.
Yep. She'll just fall on Amanda, like when we're in bed and she needs to come up here and cuddle with me. She just throws her backside at Amanda.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's go ahead and get into. And I can sing high like this. And I can sing high. Nina.
Nina's going to knock some shit over.
Keep playing there. Alrighty, highs and lows. Some pretty basic highs, but like I said before, it was a pretty solid week all around. Been helping a lot of people with IULs lately, which always is fun. I love talking about these things. Older people, younger people, it's been fantastic. Absolutely love talking about helping people set up their retirement, take care of their families, all the good stuff, living benefits, yada, yada, yada. Not losing money, because Lord knows when you go put money away for retirement, you want it to be there. Not like, I'm going to put this away and maybe
maybe
it'll be there. Maybe it won't. We'll check. Fingers crossed, but this is what I'm banking on. So been enjoying that. Mm-hmm. And then my low would be, it's still high, but it's a little bit of a low as well. Helped a lady get coverage for herself and her kids. She got them set up with IULs. But it was a very sad story, the situation that she was in. Her husband had ended up passing away. He had coverage through his work. He got sick or something. We didn't go into too much detail about it. Ended up in the hospital. Was in the hospital for too long, so his job let him go where he had coverage. And then he passed away and left his family nothing. So hear stories like that all the time. People losing their jobs, losing their coverage, passing away, just the unfortunate things like that. So, we tell you guys these things all the time, but it's like your parent telling you to do something. We're not your parents, but it's like your parent telling you to do something where you just tune them out and you're like, of course he's talking to me about life insurance. He sells life insurance, or they sell life insurance. Like, they just want to sell me a policy. Dude, if I let you talk to all of the people that we talk to on a regular basis that have these horrible stories and are now looking for coverage because they just lost their child, they just lost their parent, they just lost a sibling, they just lost their spouse, and they ended up not having something in place and completely screwing them over.
This lady I'm helping lost her husband less than 2 months ago.
Yeah, like it's literally all the time. People literally don't look at getting coverage until something horrible happens to someone they love, someone they are really close to. It doesn't make sense. Like, that's not when you get coverage. You get coverage to prevent those things. So no, I'm beating a dead horse here, people, but sooner or later you'll thank me, because you'll come around and you'll decide to get something for yourself and your family, and something bad will happen and your family will be protected.
Yep.
But again, low and a high there. Helped her, but very unfortunate that she was in that position. What about you?
I had some good appointments this week. Still working on them, so maybe that's my low. They haven't came around all that yet, but I am getting better. I feel like I'm getting better. So I'm not necessarily a natural at this business, but I really like doing it. So it will come with time. But I would say this cold and this congestion has been lingering for a while, and that's been super annoying. I've just been very congested, and that's been annoying.
Yeah, being sick, it's like your first time being sick during pregnancy.
Yeah.
And so luckily it was nothing
nothing
super
major.
serious,
Yeah.
but it does suck because it's only going to wear you out even more than
I was just like, I'm already tired.
Yep.
Like, my ear is full of pressure, and
yeah. She doesn't like her ears in the first place.
No, I don't.
Anything about them being not perfect. All right, well.
From the entire
your time to
Channel 4
shine.
News team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
She's Amanda King, and I'm Shawn King, and here is what's in the news.
Oh, can I add another hi?
No. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I just got off the phone with my mom, and they are in the works to buy a place up in semi-northern Arizona. And I'm super excited for them because they've been talking about it forever, and I never thought they were going to do it because that's just the type of people they are. And sure enough, they are, and I'm pumped for them, and I'm excited to have Christmases in the snow.
Yes, much cooler place to have Christmas than Chandler, Tempe, whatever. Like, nothing against you guys, but a place up in Payson where we're getting some seasons and stuff and cooler weather. It's going to be nice. And it's a really sweet spot.
Yeah. So it'll be
Hopefully
nice.
something we'll be able to keep in the family for a bit.
Definitely. All right. In the news, this topic is kind of more looking into the future, but a lot of people how the body works after you have a baby, if you're breastfeeding full time, like consistently breastfeeding, that's the only source of food for the baby, your body will prevent itself from getting pregnant for a certain amount of time. So a lot of people I've definitely known people that had a baby and they got pregnant 6 weeks later. I don't know if they were breastfeeding or what her or their specific case were. But breastfeeding is often...
I think they were all women.
No,
You said her or their.
No, I'm saying like not one specific girl, but multiple women.
Gotcha. I'm like,
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah, no, well, obviously they're all women. But yeah, so breastfeeding is often used as a form of birth control after having a baby. The actual term is lactational amenorrhea method. I bet I'm butchering that name, but let's just call it LAM method. The lactational is for breastfeeding, and then the amenorrhea means not having a period. So once you have a baby, you are likely not to have a period for about 6 months or so. It could come earlier. So obviously once you have a period, your body is ovulating again. But in the most cases, when you are breastfeeding, your body is producing prolactin, and prolactin is preventing your body from ovulating. And obviously you need to ovulate in order to get pregnant. So this is about 98% accurate. So 2 out of 100 women will get pregnant if they're only using breastfeeding as a method of birth control. But you just have to...
You said 2 out of 100?
Yes.
Wow, 2%. That's
2%.
fairly small.
Mm-hmm. They said it's about as accurate as normal hormonal birth control. But there's some kind of like drawbacks to this. So they're saying if you're pumping, that it's not producing the same hormone as actually having the baby attached to your boob. So it has to be legit breastfeeding solely. And then if you are later on, your baby's like 4 months old and you start introducing solids or formula or something like that, then your likelihood of getting pregnant goes up. So you have to make sure that you're breastfeeding at least every 4 hours during the day and every 6 hours at night, every single day, in order for your body to keep producing enough prolactin to prevent you from being pregnant.
And then how quickly do you start the conversation about going for number 2?
So the Harvard Medical recommends 18 months in between pregnancies, just because that gives your body enough time to recover. But
18 months in between, like, the
From
birth of the baby to
Getting
you are
pregnant.
now pregnant?
Yes, but I don't know if I want to wait 18 months,
Yeah, that seems a little too long.
because what's 18 plus 9?
Yeah, exactly.
And
I don't want the kids to be further than 24
over 2
months
months
apart.
or over 2 years. Yeah. And I'm already 34 years old. So
Don't let her lie to you. She's 43.
I don't want to wait that long.
She's dyslexic.
I would like about 12 months because I definitely know it puts a shit ton of stress on your body going through this. You know, I think 9 months might be a little too early. God. Okay, so the thing we got to think about here is having a baby takes all of the stuff out of your body, like all of the vitamins and minerals and all the things
calcium, all
calcium.
that stuff.
It just, the baby
Become
sucks
a brittle
it.
bitch.
Yeah, sucks it all out of my body. So I need enough time for my body to replenish, so that way I don't fuck the second baby because I don't have anything to give. So I just have to make sure.
Yeah, definitely don't fuck the second baby.
I don't want to fuck the second baby. I'm assuming they'll be okay because we're healthy people, but
Just got to get you bam on that stuff quick, like calcium, iron, fucking all those things.
yeah, all these crazy things. But so that's basically it. But they say you got to start another form of birth control as soon as you get your period, or when the baby's 6 months old. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Or if you start implementing formula, get on another form of birth control.
Right on. Well,
That's my spiel for today.
we are.
My voice is going away.
Is it? Well, good thing we're almost wrapping up, and all you have to do is answer a little bit of I love the 90s questions. But before that, we want to ask the listeners. But before that, we're trying to figure out how exactly we're going to set the house up for not exactly a play area, but we got to have tummy time because everything here in the States, not in the States, in Mexico, the states of Mexico, the territories, whatever you want to call it, is tile. Basically everything is tile. Like they've never even heard of carpet out here.
No.
For a good reason.
Humidity, for sure.
But that just means like, you know, you can't have your baby doing tummy time on the tile. You don't want them doing tummy time on their toy thing, like whatever that little 3-legged thing we got was.
The play gym.
Yeah.
Tummy time gym.
You don't want them doing that on the tile. Like you need some soft area. So trying to figure out where exactly we're going to set that up within our living space. Mm-hmm. Luckily, again, we have much more room, so that should be, you know, helpful. But we're probably also going to need to figure out like a rug situation. Just a few different things of like, hey, this needs to be more baby friendly.
Yeah. And we're running out of time.
Yeah. Luckily, my sister and mom and the kids will be out here next month.
For 1 week.
And be like, hey, Alexi, play around right here. Like, see how effective, like, see how this works out for.
Do you hate this or is it okay?
Roll on the ground a little bit. How hard is that? Too hard? Okay. But yeah, I mean, stuff is coming up quick. If we're at the end of the second trimester, I mean, we got 3 months
And
until that.
what's scary is that you never know when the baby's going to try and.
Yeah, we need to talk next episode about like, hey, let's get prepared because we don't have anything ready yet. You should have a bag, all this stuff good to go. Because if the baby was like, baby's coming right now, I'd be like, I have no idea what to do.
No idea.
Okay, let's go to the hospital. Like, what else? You need me to grab your toothbrush? Okay. Like,
I think we'll have to look in, like, I think we should have a bag packed by 34.
but what happens if you have the baby next week? Like,
I really hope I don't, but that would suck.
me either. But people also like, hey, man, I hope I don't die until I'm 85. And then they die and they didn't have life insurance. What if we need to get you that to the hospital to have the baby? I'm like, fuck, I thought we were going to live much longer. We should have got the baby bag, 17 years from now.
Luckily, we're going to go to the hospital on Tuesday, so we'll know where the room is.
Yeah, that's good. I'll have to remember how to get there and everything. But I think we should start game planning that. It's like a trip that you have coming up. We don't do that with trips. We're not like, you know what? We'll just figure out what we're going to do when we get there. We like to plan stuff. So we should probably start planning this a little bit?
I have nervous butterflies at the thought of having the baby, and I'm like, no, please, God, I'm not
Just
ready.
wait.
I'm not ready to be a mom
I need
yet.
3 more months. Come on. So
I'm terrified, pit in my stomach.
only be a mom of you, honey, right now. And he's like, I can't even sit anywhere. I just slide around because everything's so slightly that I'm just pushing myself right back to you. Oh, poor Nina. Okay. Well, I think it's time to ask the listeners, Nina, and what drop are we going to use for that? How about you handle some dead air right there?
Oh. By clearing my throat, have you been turning the fan on higher the last couple of nights? Or has it still been on 3? I don't know.
No. Pretty sure it's still been on 3.
Okay. Good. Well, I'm fine with that. We need to get I need to order the little blackout thing for that little space in our window because it goes right into my fucking eye. And then I'm up at 7.
Definitely. I totally agree. Here's the drop I'm using for Ask the Listeners.
Did you see that? No. Well, no. Okay. Well, fuck. What else we got?
What else we got? We got Ask the Listeners. So the question I asked the listeners today was, what educational shows do you did you like your kids to watch, or did you watch with your kids, or did you enjoy watching, whatever you thought were good quality shows while they were growing up, like kind of new kids, not new kids on the block, just new kids. So some of the answers we got, and let me know if you know any of these shows. Mouth noises, heavy mouth noises from Nina. All right, show number 1 is Coco Melon.
I've heard of this. I don't know anything about it, and I've also had people say that they don't like it.
Any reasons why?
Nope, I have no idea. I don't know what it's about.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some research on this stuff because I don't want my baby to be brainwashed into dumb shit. Granted, baby won't be watching that much TV, mostly football, but and fighting. No.
Yes, you have seen.
Hey, baby,
NFL,
look away.
NCAA football.
Look away, baby. There's like, really making the mouth noise. She's like, my mouth is very dry right now. I don't know what Coco Melon and that stuff is about, but do you remember, were there certain shows that you watched as like a very young child? Like young? Of course, we watched a bunch of the stuff in our
Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
Is that older?
That's older kids for sure. I'm talking about younger.
No, I don't remember.
Me either.
I don't even remember being alive then. So obviously
Right.
I was, but
Me either.
I have no recollection.
All right, so Coco Melon, that's one. Let us know what you think about Coco Melon, guys. Bubble Guppies.
Never heard of that.
That I don't like.
Bubba Gump Shrimp?
I don't like the name Bubble Guppies.
Bubble Guts?
A lot of good things, bad things. Where'd Bubble Guppies fall? I don't even know what to say about that. That sounds like a strange show. I feel like it should be shows that teach them colors, teach them counting, teach them about this is a car, this is a truck, this is an airplane.
Thomas the Train?
Yeah, Thomas the Air Train. Thomas the Train was good for sure. That's funny that you mentioned that because there was a suggestion, Bob the Train. And you know what? That really threw me off because Bob is the builder. Bob is not the train. But I looked it up, and that's a real show, Bob the Train. Not sure what they're teaching kids these days. That doesn't even make sense. It should be Thomas the Train and Bob the builder. B&B and TNT, those go together. Come on.
TNT explosion.
Wow. We've also got, I've heard of this guy a little bit, Blippi.
Okay, I've heard of Blippi.
Blippi, which is a grown man.
I don't know how I mean, obviously the grown man stuff is fairly popular. I mean, like Blue's Clues.
Super popular.
And stuff like that.
Hey, Blue's Clues smack. That guy looked like he was also like, I don't know. I think him and Blippi kind of look the same. They're like a younger, older looking white guy. Not older looking white guy, but an older white guy, probably in his 30s or something like that, who maybe looks like he's in his 20s. Either way, at least Blue's Clues, I don't know anything about Blippi, but at least Blue's Clues had like cartoon characters in it, and Blue couldn't have been any cuter. Like, bow, 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 all that stuff. Mail time. all that.
I don't even know if I actually watched any episodes of Blue's Clues, but
I
I
don't know when
know.
you watched that. Bear in the Big Blue House. And then Number Blocks.
That sounds age appropriate.
Yeah, I think it's about blocks with numbers on them, and they're like animated characters or something.
Okay.
And then Harry the Bunny, which apparently has been around for a little bit. Not Bugs Bunny, Harry the Bunny. So
I'll have to ask my mom what I watched.
yeah, they're like, I don't know, black and white shows. What are you, 47 now?
I do remember watching TV Land with my dad because we didn't have cable.
TV Land probably got some good John Wayne movies on there and stuff. I would say, yeah, I can't remember what type of stuff you watched at that age, but now kids just get stuff on the iPad and
So
stuff
I
like
don't
that
want
on
them
YouTube.
watching like gift opening.
Oh my God,
shit,
no! We will not be watching gift opening things.
Or just like,
Any toy reveals
Yeah.
or you know.
no offense to you if that is what you use, but as me, a childless person, thinking that things are going to go my way.
I mean, I have full control over what my kid watches, and they'll never know about that shit if they don't watch it, or if they see it at somebody else's house and they come back home, which they won't because these Mexican people ain't watching that shit. I promise you that. Which is a big thing about like being out of the country. A lot of things are just done differently here. You do see kids on phones and shit out here, but I don't think they're watching unboxing shit because they're like, or maybe they are, and they're like, I'll just never have any of these things. So that's cool. But
One day when I make it to America, I'm going to buy these toys.
yeah,
Oh, sorry, that was fucked up. But
we're going to. I mean, we've got some sweet little toys for the kid, and again, more of a minimalistic lifestyle type of thing is what we're going for. But you definitely want to have those things that help them learn and grow, and sharpen their senses and all of that stuff.
yeah.
So my mom sent me a million things, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
That's all she does all
Anyways,
day.
it's time for, oh man, I went all the way to the end, and I had to do I Love the 90s,
Go
which is all the way at the beginning.
back.
And here we go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. It's time for Amanda to shine, folks.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cut it off early.
I love the 90s.
All
Dun,
right.
dun, dun, dun.
I love the 90s. Dun, 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 dun. Congratulations. All righty.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Nope. Don't say your odds.
Thinking 1 for 4 on these ones. Here we go. And we're at the 53-minute mark, so this will be perfect time. I thought we were doing a shorter episode. It's going to be an hour. Guess what the first question is. No, I'm sorry. First question
Do you
is.
want to see me? Do you want to see me swim?
First question is, guess what the first question is. Question number 1. Name the 5 characters from Rugrats.
Ugh. Chucky?
Yep.
Linus?
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Linus?
Where is Linus from?
What is that? No.
Okay.
Wrong. That
Tommy?
is wrong. Yes.
Cynthia? No, that's a doll.
Good. That bonus point. So maybe if you miss one, that's a bonus point there. One time. Tommy
God.
Chucky.
What is the girl's name? Jessica?
Nope. You saying Jessica just made me forget her name. Oh, okay. I got it. It ends with a K like that.
Erica?
Nope.
No.
No, you would have remembered that.
Yes, well.
What about the brother and sister? The twins. They had very similar names. And.
Nope, don't remember.
All right. Well, you wouldn't have got
That's wrong.
2 out of 5. We'll say 3 out of
Incorrect.
3 out of 5 potentially. You got Tommy, Chucky, got both of those. Phil, Lil, and Angelica.
Angelica!
Yep.
That was it.
We got Rugrats up in the corner there, right?
I know,
Right
but
behind your head. I mean, I said the name on them, but
you know, I was never super into Rugrats.
I watched a lot of Rugrats.
I know
Yeah,
you
because
did.
it came out when you were 16 years old.
Exactly.
So it's a little weird. All right. So 0 for 1. Thought you might have got that one, but I've got confidence in you in this one. What type of animal is Arthur from the TV show Arthur?
AARDVARK. That's how I learned how to spell aardvark.
AARTVARK. Aardvark. Was it like school mascot?
No, we used to watch it in Miss McCory's class. So I was in 2nd or 3rd grade. We used to watch Arthur.
Had some good confidence there. 1 for 2. 1 for 2. All right. This one's going to be a little difficult here. All right. Baloo, the bear from Jungle Book,
Okay.
starred in this great Toon Disney show that only aired for 1 season. Your brother had, I feel like, recently talked about it when we were chatting with him.
Mowgli?
Nope.
That's a kid's name.
Yep, that's the kid's name. It's a show about just essentially bears, and they're in an airplane. And it was only 1 season, which makes it more difficult.
In an airplane?
Delivering packages, cargo plane. No?
No.
But that's wrong.
What is it?
Incorrect.
Tailspin.
Oh, tail. Okay.
Yep. See, it's a really hard one for people because it was only on for 1 season, but apparently they took it off because it had some like terrorist implications or something. I don't know.
Gosh.
Very strange. I was reading about it.
Tailspin.
All right. Last question.
Throw it on me.
This one might trick you a little bit. There was an awesome cartoon that was all about gargoyles that aired in 1994. What was it called? That is correct. It was called Gargoyles.
I remember watching it.
I
was 5.
It was called
I
Gargoyles.
was like, I'm pretty sure it was
Great job.
Gargoyles.
I think you were actually just thinking.
I was, but I was like, in my head, I was like, I
Gargoyles.
thought it was called Gargoyles.
Gargoyles. What was that TV show called?
Yeah.
Well, I would say you did pretty good. I'm going to say that's it was 2 for 4. Yeah, 2.5. We'll give you a Cynthia one as the doll. AARDVARK, folks. We're fucking out of here. Alrighty, and we're going to go ahead and get you out on...
Shout goes out to everybody doing their thing and stuff like that.
Hope you guys have a great Monday. We will be heading out to the Ritz-Carlton.
On Wednesday?
God, family's blowing up the text feed.
I'm sure they are.
On Wednesday, heading out to the Ritz-Carlton to enjoy ourselves a little personal training from our favorite company, F&G. Our first experience in Naples, Florida. Not Nipples, Naples. And our first experience at a Ritz-Carlton. I've never been to a Ritz-Carlton.
I have not been to.
So, should be a good time. Company sponsored trip. Appreciate you flying me out there.
Catch me on the lazy river, son.
It's been real, y'all. Peace.